What's up, Outliers? Welcome back to my 2021 NPC Vancouver Prep. This is my first ever men's physique competition, and I'm prepping, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning along the way, and I'm sharing it with you guys. Today, we're talking about injuries. I injured my low back, and I don't know what to do. How is this gonna affect my 12-week prep for my NPC Vancouver Open? I'm kind of freaking out, guys. Let's get into it. So welcome to vlog number 5. If you haven't seen any of the other vlogs where I go over my nutrition, my workout plan, posing, go check out those videos, and then we'll see you back here when you're done. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to scroll down, hit that subscribe button with a little bell notification, so that way you stop missing these vlogs as I post them every week on Tuesday, and a new podcast episode every Friday here on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen. So go check those out. So a couple of days ago, I got together with IFBB Pro Jesse Strand. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out here. We go over some posing. He teaches me the poses that I need to do in order to compete at the Men's Physique Vancouver Open. Now, I don't know anything about posing, so his help was very appreciated. Now I'm gonna be practicing these poses going forward, and with the weeks to come, I'll get back with him and do a review after about 30 days. But we hit a little bit of a speed bump. A couple of days after I got with Jesse Strand, I woke up and my low back was just killing me. I couldn't even bend over to put my pants on. It was a disaster. Now, the first thing when it comes to injuries is you gotta identify where that problem came from. And I don't know where the heck it came from, man. If I think back to my previous days, I'd hit a posing session with Jesse Strand, and then I did a very heavy core day. Now this core day was a new thing for me. I had very minimal core exercises throughout my program before I started this 12-week prep. And then I just jumped straight into a heavy core day. I think it was just a little too much for my back, along with the constant work of posing. It was just too much for my back, and it just spasmed out. So now it's locked up, it's tight. So we're faced with the question, what do we do now? So I've talked with Coach Jay, and we've come up with a whole plan on how we're going to go about healing my back, still being active in the gym in order to maintain that anabolic signal and not overstressing my back. So we're gonna stick with the same basic layout. We're still gonna start our workout program with the compound movement, but we're gonna go very, 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 very light. We're not gonna go over a 55%, and we're gonna stay at it real low and do a tempo set. So today I'm doing chest. We're gonna do the bench press, but we're not gonna do a traditional bench press. We're gonna ensure our back is flat by raising our feet up and maintaining that flat spine. That way my back is completely out of the equation. Now, after we hit that compound lift, we're gonna go into accessories. We're just gonna really try to ensure that we're not activating that low back. And so we're gonna do a bunch of banded exercises. We're gonna place our back against the wall and really maintain that neutral spine just like we did on the bench press. That way we take it out of the equation. We're gonna be hitting these for volume, so 15 to 20 reps because we're trying to get a pump. That's really all we're gonna be doing today, is building a pump and trying to maintain that anabolic signal. Now after these banded accessories, when we've got a little bit of pump, we're gonna try and do some other exercises. So for our chest today, we're gonna try and do some dips and some push-ups. This is a fine line to walk because there's only a certain way that you can do these and contract your muscles in a certain way to not incorporate that lower part of your spine. So if it feels good, go ahead and do it. But if it doesn't feel right, skip it. So these exercises for me, I could feel my low back. So I decided to opt out of the dips and the push-ups because I'm just not there yet. I really want to make sure that I take my low spine out of the equation until it comes to later in the program. So we hit the banded exercises and we hit the light accessories. So now we're going to do some really light movement for that part that is injured to get it moving again and to get the blood flowing, hopefully stretching out that tight muscle and getting it to somewhat come back to normal. So these exercises aren't going to be any weight. We're going to really focus on moving the hips and squeezing the glutes to take that part of the spine out of the equation and to show my muscles how to properly go about the movement rather than using that part of my spine. So we're going to do good mornings and glute bridges to really squeeze the glutes and tell that spine, hey, man, what are you doing? After this work for the injury, we're gonna hit some yoga, which I will show you guys in a later to come video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn that bell notification on because you don't wanna miss my video on how to properly warm up and cool down every time you work out. So we hit those yoga poses, trying to stretch that muscle out and tell it, hey, come on now, it's time to relax. Now the important thing to do with this injury is we want to roll it out. We want it to loosen up. And so this is why we're working it and then stretching it, and now we're gonna roll it with a lacrosse lacrosse ball and a foam roller. Really working that muscle to get those knots out and to get it just to break up. Your muscle is just so tight. It wants to come free, but it's locked in there like a Chinese finger trap, and it just can't figure out how to loosen up. And so we're here to guide it a little bit with the foam roll and the lacrosse ball. And we're gonna really get in there so it hurts real bad. And then we're just gonna move around and play around in that spot, really just trying to loosen it up. It's gonna hurt. Really, we're just treating this like an active recovery day. That way we're still moving, we're still staying healthy, and we're still maintaining that anabolic signal. We need to heal injury because if we go about it the wrong way, that could be detrimental for us. So we gotta be smart about it. So that's the plan as far as today goes. And as the injury progresses, as it changes, whether it gets worse or better, hopefully better, we're going to change that program and slowly start incorporating exercises and slowly implement myself back into the program. Wish me luck, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you like any of these vlogs, subscribe, hit that bell notification so it turns on, and tell your friends. And if you don't like these videos, subscribe anyways, because you got nothing else to do except watch these things. Am I right? All right. See you guys next time. Peace.
It's probably too high.
Probably. But don't stretch it. Don't stretch out your arm because then your abs go away again. Don't stretch your body out so far, maybe. Really? Keep that low and tight. Keep your body low and tight. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah. Your arms out really far. Let it drop.